13-0 first quarter lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that second.
Oh, they pitched to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Powell now to take it out of the end zone.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a 1st down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson, a 2-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. Throwing is Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, it's Stafford.
Akers back-to-back catches.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. To the air again, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In motion, Hill.
Ready.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Troy Hill picks it.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers.
A 9-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They coming off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the
he's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's make some plays out there, oh! Exploit them here on this drive.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Stafford looks to throw again. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved him to the touchdown. His teammates figuring it out and make this a successful drive.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Back deep, Brandon Powell.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Going up top for Kupp. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up and get a tight game here. You know, big shoes for the right turf. Today's track shoes. That's what I'm saying with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And out of bounds right around the 20. Now, I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Stafford now to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And that's That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician mark.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Kyren Williams
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Extra point by Gaines is up and good. That gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is So they throw a pick 6. They get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert finding space at the 40.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I'll I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. But they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 2-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. From the end zone, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Open man right side is cut, complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. On 4th down, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Stafford on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. A big play there for LA. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford taking it in from a
Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
Throw that side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Van Jefferson from 4 yards out. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
What's that? Are you kidding me? Woo!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be third and less than a yard.
Never make the mistake with the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Tua going to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have it here as they start at their own 7. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one up and hopefully put this game away.
A good pickup there, 22. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Stafford.
And still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Keep pushing the ball downfield.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You can make a play here. Just be patient. Just take it to him.
Get 6, baby. Get 6.
On first down, Stafford here.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing here, Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
They snap it to Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Stafford now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson
With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Rams up the lead to 4 scores now.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. Extra point. Starts to run by 2. And that's something I've never seen nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Getting the offense out there, put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. I think the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.